How you doing, guys? Professor EDC with another first impressions video of this Kubey. This is the Kubey KU151. A gift from a good friend, Dirk Werning. So if I would be surprised if you haven't subscribed to Dirk. But anyways, if you haven't, pause the video, jump right over to Dirk's channel, and he's a great guy with great taste and an awesome collection. Anyways, and a very generous person in these very egotistic and self-centered times. So anyways, just a small recognition to what needs to be recognized. You know, the good in people is something that we need more of, I think. But anyways, let's get to the first impressions of this interesting Kubey. And well, let's go first to the mat is upside down. Here we go. Let's see if you guys can see straight. There we go. I think you can. Well, there. Anyways, the knife, the blade, the folder measures 8.5 inches, and the blade is at 3 3/4 of an inch. The edge, the full cutting edge, is at 3.5 inches. So it's a kind of a long, big, lightweight knife folder, weighing at 4.16 ounces. And of course, as Kubey, let me see if there we go. Kubey is one of those brands that they really have dialed in their grinds and just the thickness behind the edge. And this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one because the let's see, where can I measure the full stock thickness? Right here. Should be about 3. It's thicker, 3.5, 3.6. Let me see. This is thicker. Oh man. Oh, those are millimeters. Okay, sorry guys. Let's go to inches. Yeah, I do this in Spanish and in English, so sometimes I get mixed up. It is thicker, 150 thousandths stock thickness, and behind the edge it's very thin and it cuts really well. About 12-15 thousandths behind the edge. So you know, that's what they accustom, I don't know if that's a word, but what they are used to doing. And okay, let's see. G10 stainless steel liners. Man, the words get stuck right before I talk. As a G10 spacer, it's a liner lock. Action running on bearings, fantastic, just like Kubey does. The blade is D2 steel and a very nice clip point. It's, you know, I can't say if I like a more of a drop point or a clip point or a tonto or a spear point or a sheep's foot. I really love them all, and this versatility that Kubey is demonstrating is just has me amazed. Really, I'm surprised, happily surprised by what Kubey is doing. It has this this hole, this orifice, but it really is not for like a spidey flicking action. It really isn't. Sometimes you can get it to open, yeah, but it's kind of difficult. If you get the right angle, you probably will be able to do it, but it's I don't really recommend that in that sense. So this is more of an aesthetic element, you know. Let's see, lanyard hole, and another fantastic titanium clip. See, right there's the magnet, but not on the titanium, just on the screw. Fantastic. I love this type of clips that Kubey is doing. Really well done. Very good looking. It's I love them. I love these clips. Anyways, let's go to, I already gave the first impressions and I haven't done the comparisons. As usual, US quarter, the Sharpie, and the Victorinox Huntsman for you to compare. So you see it is a pretty large folder. Here we have the Rat 2, which is all dirty. I had used this and man, I should have cleaned this. But anyways, there you have it, the Rat 2, and here we go with the Rat 1. So it's just a hair shorter, just a hair, than the Rat 1. But in a sense, you know, the Rat 1 feels chunkier, yeah. This is more of a thinner, slimmer line profile. Even the handle, more so the blade, but it feels like a bigger knife, a longer knife than the Rat. Really, it really does, at least in hand. Anyways, let's have a look at the upper view so you can check out the thickness, the handles, and the blade. Might feel a bit like a trailing point as well. Let's see. Here we have the QSP Penguin. And what am I going to measure with? I mean, I have a bunch of things right now on the table. Well, let's go with the Spyderco Joe Jumbo. So you can see against the Joe Jumbo, just by the name, I love the name. Joe Jimbo, by the way, I learned means bodyguard. So Joe Jumbo might mean big bodyguard. So there you see the size difference. Let's have a look at the top view. The Joe Jumbo, oh sorry, this is the one I'm reviewing, not the Joe Jumbo. But it was sent for me to sell, to possibly sell by a follower. So anyways, here we have the Benchmade bug out and the PM2. So we can contrast. And there you see it's longer than the PM2, obviously than the bug out. And that's what I'm telling you, that if it feels, you know, I know the red one is big and all, but it just feels kind of longer. It has like an extra stretch on the blade, and that is due to the geometry. I want to show you this geometry right here. This upswept, it almost feels like a trailing point, but at the same time, you know, I feel it's more of a, you tell me what you think. It feels more of a clip point rather than a trailing point. It's aligned right with the pivot. I don't know if you can see that. Let's put it right there, the tip and the pivot. It doesn't go beyond the pivot, and that's one of the things that I read in order to recognize it as a trailing point, or more of a Persian geometry, that it has to go above the pivot, you know. I might be wrong, but well, that's just what I read. Do let me know what you think. Anyways, I think the geometry is fantastic. It, you know, it tapers down from just from start right here. This is the true thickness, stock thickness of the blade, and it tapers down immediately to this point where we have some jimping. And from here it starts very slowly tapering up to this point. This is the thickest part of the blade towards the tip, and then it tapers down again towards the very tip, and it has a very acute tip. It kind of has a very subtle recurve. I don't know if I'm seeing this wrong. I might just be seeing this wrong. Let's do something. Let me check this out here on a experimental strop. No, I think it's just a flat. It's just a, might just be a man, I started stropping, didn't I? Oh yeah. I love stropping anyways. It might just be a visual effect, but and it's just a I don't know. But anyways, I do enjoy very much the blade. I think it's almost a flat. Perhaps it has the slightest recurve, which is not going to be affected when sharpening, because as you saw on the strop, it strops perfectly. I mean, it flattens, the edge flattens perfectly on the strop without having that problem we usually have with recurves on sharpening stones or strops. Anyways, this I think is a different Kubey. I love it. I enjoy it. Not just because it was a gift from Dirk, but really it is a different knife, and love what they're doing with their clips in some of their models, and just with what they're doing. It is a bit. This is the first one that sometimes it's a bit hard when opening. The detent is very dialed in, and sometimes too much, or so it feels. I want to spidey flick it, but it's not for that. Anyways, this is a great slicer. Very comfortable, no hot spots. Just really like this model. Again, it's the Kubey KU151. Hope you enjoyed it. Professor EDC out.